What's up, guys?
Howdy, howdy, internet land.
It's just the three of us.
Just the three of us.
Just the three of us.
I guess.
We can make it if we try. Just the three of us. Okay.
That's what.
You and I and Tom. Yeah, so let's see. Dave and Gary are on assignment. I believe they're finishing stuff up, though.
Jose can only make the Monday shows, he said, no longer the Tuesday shows.
Oh, is that what he said?
That's what he said, yeah. So he can make the Monday shows, but not the Tuesday shows.
So much
Says
for
he
the
has
Tuesday.
a conflict with all his weightlifting and photo ops in front of the mirror.
I gotcha, yeah. Yeah, so much for the Tuesday night delight there. But as far as assignments go, I believe these guys are wrapping them up. You know, are you guys like ever done big projects, and you start, accomplishing your goals?
Seeing the light at the end of the tunnel?
It's the light at the end of the tunnel, especially at the end of the day, and you got to start compiling your lessons learned, which, it's an interesting exercise, but do people really learn
always bullshit.
from their mistakes?
Mistakes? No, never.
Yeah. And then, what's the typical project mantra? You celebrate the people who really didn't have anything to do with it, and then you throw all the people who made it happen under the bus. Is that how it works? Yeah. Nah, nothing like that.
That's messed up.
It happens. Yeah. And then there's all the things that you sacrificed from the project scope in order to complete the project on time, and say, oh, we'll get to that later. And you never get to it. And, yeah. It's funny. But,
Yeah.
yeah, so I was just telling you guys before we clicked the button, I had another great HelloFresh meal today. But I was going to say, one of the things I learned from them, well, I wouldn't say learned, but they always include in these meal packages, like all the ingredients, and they always have like stuff in there, like some kind of like chicken concentrate or beef concentrate or whatever. And, I always wondered, it's like, how would I do this if I was going to make stuff on my own? And I was in the grocery store this past weekend, stocking up for potential fever shut-in, and I found, like, in the, I don't know, I can't remember what aisle it was, but yeah, man, they had like little concentrated, it's like chicken bouillon, but it's not dry, it's wet, and it comes in little jars, and you could use that. I thought that was interesting, so maybe I could remake some of this stuff, or use that to jazz up existing dishes in the future, which I'm pretty excited about. Maybe, add a little extra hint of flavor.
What do you know that we don't know, Brian, that you're getting ready for World War III?
Oh, I got shot number 2
no.
3 hours ago.
I got you.
4, 5, 6.
You're planning for the
almost 6. Yeah.
For the possible stay-at-home type.
Correct. Yeah.
Gotcha.
The more people I talk to, the more people I'm like, oh no. And then every once in a while you catch that one person like, it's fine. I'm like, huh.
You're fine.
I'm like, God, I hope I'm one of those. So no, yeah, and so I don't know. I'm feeling a little weird now, but I don't know if that's because I just ate 2 meals basically, because I didn't leave leftovers for this thing. I was like, I'm just gonna chow it all down now, and have my energy for the shivers when they come. So while I have my appetite, but we'll see. We shall see.
Well, hopefully it's not too terrible.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to miss shelf gravy tomorrow, but it should probably pass by 9 tomorrow anyway, so I should be in the clear. Should be in the clear. Oh man, JD, what's new with you? You said you got a big box today?
I did.
What'd you get?
I got some Black Series stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Got a couple of him.
Oh,
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
So I gotta say, I
Deluxe.
got him a while back, and he's super fun.
Yeah,
That
he's
Boba
been
Fett.
in my pile loot for a while.
Yeah.
I don't have him down here because I dumped him on the bed and figured if when Chan comes home from the gym, she might want some toys to play with. But the whole Bo-Katan wave, so Bo-Katan, Hunter, Crosshair, a Trooper, and Asajj Ventress.
What is that
That's
trooper
also-
called? Is it like a
I forget.
shadow trooper or
Maybe I don't know. It's
Yeah, I
it's
think
clone
it's-
trooper armor, but
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
a
know.
shower. I forgot what it's called. It's called something. I can't remember.
And it's phase 2. It's phase 2 clone
Yeah, it's
trooper
a
armor.
phase
The
2
best,
clone
the
armor.
best phase, dude.
With black
I am.
and green
Best
visors. And
face.
So it's funny.
Death Trooper. I don't know.
I was cleaning up my pre-orders last weekend, and I'm going through like BBTS, and I'm like, holy shit! I have the whole Black Series wave ordered, and then I had like Bo-Katan and a couple others like in another order, and then I had 2 double orders of that Black Trooper. I was like, what the fuck is the matter with me? So I'm going in and canceling
that.
all this stuff. I was like, Jesus, man, what the hell's wrong?
I forget. I forget sometimes, and then I end up going back through and deleting a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
But I also got. I should have waited. I don't know why I didn't think of this, but I got the BBTS has the Mythic Legions, Eudora, Dorina, or whatever.
The
She-Ra. Yeah, so I bought that, and I realized when I got it, I was like, oh, well, I could have waited another week and not paid $50 for it, but
Oh,
it's
so
okay.
it came in your box.
yeah, that was in the box. I got
Okay. Well, yeah.
this-
You'll,
this little beauty here, the
that guy,
black,
man.
the black
really
suit,
good.
Mafex, Batman.
So I gotta
comes with a
ask
little stand.
that
yeah.
that grappling hook thing. So the box he comes in isn't that big, so you had to like untangle that and straighten it.
No, it's straight. It's a
Oh,
piece
wow.
of wire. It's like
Okay.
I don't think it bends.
Oh, so the box is oh, you know what?
Yeah.
It was one of those optical illusions because you had it just pointed at the camera. I thought it was super long.
Oh, I mean, it makes it look long.
Dude, that's really
Yeah.
awesome. That's a good Batman.
Yeah, it is. And he came.
Duke.
The Redeco Duke.
Redeco Duke.
Yep, we got Mr. Zartan.
Nice.
Yeah.
I haven't even opened that yet. I've had that for a while.
And a bunch of these. Like
Nice.
that's,
What-
that's
How many did you pick up, JD?
What constitutes a bunch?
Yeah.
8.
8?
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. Got 8 of them.
What was your logic of picking 8? Was it like
I have,
a reason?
I have two of the Cobra Island troopers, so I'm like, we're just gonna round it off and make it 10.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I knew there was this, something insane to the insanity
Yeah.
decisions.
Yeah, and the Cobra Island ones can be like the leader, the squad.
Yeah, the leaders, the
or
squad
something,
leaders.
you know?
Yeah.
And JD knows exactly how many troop builders it takes to fill up a Billy.
A Billy.
So the answer's 10.
Sure, 10. Yeah.
Oh man. Dom, how about you? Anything new for you?
I finally got my Unicrons. Came in Saturday.
Oh yeah. I got him too. Sorry, I forgot.
Oh, Megatron.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Beast Wars Megatron.
The Beast Wars Megatron. Yeah. I forgot.
Yeah,
He
I
was
finally
sitting
got
behind
those 2 bad boys. I don't know why I ordered 2, but 2 big ass boxes showed for me. It was funny because when I'm pulling into my, I was running some morning errands, and then I pulled into my parking spot, and I see the FedEx guy there with the truck open, ready to take one of the boxes out. And I was like, oh, I know what that is. And he's like, yeah, you got another one in here. Like, ah.
Oh man.
So
So Dom, what'd you do with two? Because I
I
in my downstairs in my house, I have a lot of boxes right now. Many are opened, many are not opened. It's a mess down there, and I was like, there's this one big box that's just in the way, and I'm like, God damn it! And then I was like, wait a minute, what is this? I was like, oh, that's right, it's the goddamn Unicron. I forgot. I mean, a lot happened since that thing showed up, so it's like a
yes,
whirlwind, you know?
a
Like,
lot's been happening. A lot of pre-orders are gone up from NECA to goddamn Hasbro Pulse to freaking Jesus Christ. This month has been crazy. This previous 2 weeks or 3 weeks, because it's like everybody's throwing up pre-orders like crazy.
yeah, it's getting nuts. It's getting
So,
nuts.
and no, that's about it. Those are the two I got. I really didn't do any heavy shopping. It was what was it, Mother's Day this weekend, so I celebrated my Mother's Day on Saturday with my mother, and then went over to Long Island and celebrated Mother's Day with my wife's mother. So it was fun.
Wow.
Lots of eating and delicious food and all that good stuff.
I I called my mom on Mother's Day,
That's good.
um, and I sent her a gift that arrived today. She lives in a part of Maine that I guess doesn't get like Amazon deliveries in 24 hours or whatever. So gotta wait a couple days and send her stuff. But I happened to notice that she has a record player when I went up to visit her a couple weeks back, and so I sent her a record. I sent her a Fleetwood Mac
Oh, there
because
you go.
yeah, there's this one
Nice.
time. God, I want to say it was 2015, maybe. I don't remember. Um, where she came and she's like, Brian, I just want to spend a week with you. And I was like, okay, you know. And so she brought her dog, and we are like, hey, I'll take. It was a week of her birthday, if I remember correctly. And so we went to a Fleetwood Mac concert. I took her to that, and then we went to. She was big into the Downton Abbey. Remember that TV show? If it's still on. And so this, here in northern Delaware, we're surrounded by properties that were owned by the DuPonts. You know, the people who made your Teflon for your non-stick skillets and other things, I'm sure. Or no, well, that wasn't their claim to fame, was it? Was it the Teflon, or was it the? I think it was the Stainmaster carpet or some shit. I don't remember. But anyway, they have this like huge I forget what the heck it's called, but a place with a lot of nice flowers and gardens and old homes that you can tour and whatnot. And they had a Downton Abbey exhibit with like all of the costumes and wardrobes from the show and whatnot. So anyway, we did that, went to the concert, and then like the rest of the family just started showing up as the week progressed. It was a good time. It's good times. And I don't know why I'm telling the story. I'm buying
Mother's
time,
Day.
I guess. Yeah, Mother's Day. And
Oh, that's nice.
And-
That is very kind. That's a
That's
very
nice.
kindful gift,
Yeah.
Brian.
yeah.
It beats just the regular normal PJs or a nice bottle of wine or flowers.
Oh yeah, but I guess to top off the story, she texted me today and she's like, "Oh, Brian, I love this because now because she also, whenever she hears Fleetwood Mac, she always reminds her of that week as well."
There you go.
Nice.
I think that was the idea.
It was the idea. It was the idea. And I didn't want to send her flowers again. We just got through a whole flower ordeal, whatnot. So
Boring flowers.
yeah. And you know what? I might as well just do what I got. I think there was some kind of holiday in Japan. I think it was last week or whatever. While I was away, Ammy's like, "Hey, you got stuff in stock, pay us."
Oh shit, that's right.
And I was like, "Oh wait, I can't ship it now because their stuff always arrives in like 2 or 3 days." I'm like, "I'm not home," so I finally get home. Like, "Oh shit, pay me." Yeah, I'll pay you. But they didn't ship it for like a week, and so I ended up like emailing them on Friday, and I was like, "Hey, did I do something wrong? Because usually you guys are quick." And they're like, "Oh, it was such and such holiday." I was like, oh man. So I don't know what the holiday was over there in Japan, but anyway, I digress. I got more figure art, Marvel stuff.
What'd
So
you
I
get,
think
Brian?
this is the last of it, I guess, for a while. I think, but I got the Captain versus Captain. No, I didn't. That's not what this is. This is what this is. Wait, is that what this is? No, this is the first Avengers Captain America. So it's the spangly outfit, where he has the nice ass. But
Hmm.
they, of course, they tried to weather him up a little bit. They're not the best at that, but I'm hoping to show this to some people who are critics of figure arts because they always complain about their head sculpts, like Jose and Chris and stuff. I'm curious what they think. Um, and I bought the Iron Man, and I'm, I think in a time of my life when I was pre-ordering this, I was like, I've come this far, I might as well get another one. And like, but the one with the triangle, the Mark 6, it's not my favorite suit, but like I said, I'll keep going. But this one here, I'm really excited about. It's the Thor from the
Yeah.
first Avengers, because he was fucking kick ass in this
Kick
movie.
ass.
Kick ass. I'm really excited about this. Because I have this old Figma Thor in this style,
So they
which
did a
doesn't really do it.
reissue of the Mark Six, Mike, Brian, in the
Yeah.
Endgame packaging.
Yeah, it's not Endgame. It's basically the first Avengers movie, but it's got some battle damage
Oh,
options on
okay.
it
The
and stuff.
packaging looks like the Endgame packaging, but it's the first Avengers movie.
It's the first Avengers, and they call them the battle damage version. And just like the Mark 7, the re-release they did of that, they changed the finish up on it. So you gotta make a decision. Do you want? I mean, everything on my shelf for these guys they're all clean. These are all guys. Hey, we just got out of the locker room. Let's do battle. But now they're starting to give you the ones like when you return off the field after you fucking beat the piss out of your opponent, and then you get in the locker room and start,
Yeah.
popping champagne, whipping each other with towels and whatnot. So now we're on those versions. So I don't know. It's like I don't know what to do. I figure I just keep getting them until I make that choice. But that Thor, man, I'm really kind of excited about that.
Yeah, I've been seeing those Endgame figures at Best GameStop, the Thanos and the Thor figures at GameStop for SH Figure Arts, which was surprising. Usually, you don't see some of those high end figures at GameStop, but they've been packing them recently in the shelves. They look good, but
So, we have some leftover topics from last week that we didn't get to on Tuesday Dust, on the Tuesday Dust episode. And, oh, by the way, Jose, I think might be popping in a little bit later. But we'll wait and see how that goes. He's got family in his house.
oh,
Yeah, hanging out, doing that type of stuff. So you guys want to take a look at this Legion Builder wave from our friends over at Four Horsemen Studios?
sure.
Sure.
All right. Because, we really don't have an outlet to talk about this stuff. Last week we didn't really get a chance. Are you guys loving the Arethyr wave so far?
Yeah, I think the
Yeah,
figures are
it's pretty
nice.
good.
Even Gary's excited.
Is he?
I don't know, maybe.
Wait, who?
Gary.
Sorry, I'm pulling a dust. Who? Who?
Oh, I got a question for you. With ToyCon coming up in 11 days,
Oh, is that it?
that's right, 11 days. So, God, man, that's a lot. That's coming up quicker than I
It's
thought.
coming.
They said that they are going to have the biggest selection of mythics ever, and I'm really kind of curious do you guys have your eyes peeled for anything in particular? And JD and Dom and me, so I want to try and get there super early. Like I'm getting there the night before, and I want to get there early. Not necessarily to get in the Mythics line early, but to get in the line early, just in general.
Yeah,
But because it's gonna be a line, and
there is.
so I'm kind of curious if you guys are looking for anything specific. If I happen to get to a table before someone else gets to a table, then we should have each other's backs and pick things up.
Coordinate.
Yeah.
So let's make our list.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to share my screen. And you know what we'll do? This will be an interactive list that we do. All right. So starting out, we'll come here. This is the Source Horseman website done by one Jeremy Gerard, who's doing a fucking kick-ass job on this, I got to say. I think this is like one of the greatest additions of him being kind of added into the Brotherhood, you know what I mean?
I hope he's getting paid to do this. It's a lot of work.
I mean, I'm
Yeah, for
pretty
sure.
sure he works directly for them now.
That's good.
I'm pretty
Because
sure.
they were down a horseman, weren't they? They didn't have they haven't like officially announced him as being a God, what the heck's the matter with me here? I'm looking for
I don't know.
But I'm sure we might get something soon. Whatever. I am looking for god damn, there it
Like
is.
the
The Mythic
archive.
checklist.
There you go.
The checklist. Alright.
So, what do you before you go to this checklist? What do you think? What waves are going to be available in this? The most this announcement that they said, which is going to be the most selection of mythics that you're going to get in this show. Like, do you think they're going to go back to the AOD line and have some AOD figures in here? In this
So,
assortment?
I think it's possible.
Due to
Anything-
the previous, in
like-
sock sales, yeah, I know they have.
Yep, from I would say probably stuff from then on.
Gotcha.
Because they made so many of these,
Yeah, AOD was their biggest release
There
that
was
they ever did.
There was 2 pre-orders for that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny.
And the
like,
Kickstarter.
yeah, we had the Kickstarter, the 2 pre-orders. There were like 2 in stock sales, and then there's like the cons that we go to. We've had at least 8 opportunities to pick these up at retail. I mean, the
Oh,
3
yeah.
of us have.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe with all those 8 opportunities, I think I may have slept maybe on 1 or 2 of them. I think maybe Gadriel and this one I did not get either.
The
Mortal.
witch skeleton
Yeah,
queen.
and I didn't get Xylona either, which I think
Yeah, I
I'm
got Siloma.
not.
I think she's
happy
key. She's one of the 4 major, right, JD? She's
yeah,
the 4
she's one
major.
of the gods.
Mhm.
Like Zelona's flock, that's one of the
Yeah.
factions.
So, so yeah, so you've got Advent of Decay, and sorry folks, this is gonna be a mythic heavy episode, because that's what me and JD and Dom like to talk about, and so Advent of Decay, boom, right. So this is an alphabetical order, not an order of release. Or
I
maybe I'm
think
wrong.
if they have Advent of Decay, I think it'll be very slim,
Selective, yeah. Little
Yeah.
here and there.
selective. Yeah.
Because I could definitely go for another Blam. I love that figure. If they have some on that table, I would definitely grab one of him.
Damn,
But he's a very popular figure out of that wave.
Oh, these actually might be in order. That's interesting.
I believe they
Coliseum-
are. Yes.
Coliseum was after Advent of Decay?
No.
No,
No, it's
it was
not.
Constantine
It's
and then
in.
Advent Decay.
Oh, maybe because the Kickstarter maybe came out before the Coliseum wave, maybe, or who knows. I don't doubt Jeremy. I'm thinking we're gonna see definitely the Equadrons, the shadow one and the regular one,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's these boys and girls, these 2 guys. and War of the Aetherblade, we're definitely gonna have. They're gonna have zillions of these things, I think.
You think? They're not produced yet.
Oh, my bad.
No, not those guys.
Aetherblade, Arethyr is what I meant to say. Arethyr. So yeah, these are the ones that just dropped, and I think they're gonna have zillions of these.
Mm-hmm.
Horses, they're gonna have horses stacked to the ceiling. It's gonna be wild. It's crazy.
It is gonna be crazy.
I might look at every Magnus and see if I can find one with a dry belt. Did both of yous look out and get one with the paint?
When you mentioned it, I looked at mine, and mine was pretty dry. It wasn't
Yeah,
wet.
mine's dry. I didn't have any issues with mine.
Yeah, I got two, and both of them are wet. So
Wow.
yeah,
Right off the presses, they took yours and just threw them right in.
yep. And so All Stars 4, I believe they might have some of these now. They've already done their in stock sale for
No,
the.
they'll have.
This is damn it, that's not the right
this
one.
one.
This one.
3. Yep.
Yeah. So I figured,
Yeah, that
and you
one,
want
definitely.
Malleus, right, JD?
Yeah, I need Malleus and Dragul, and I don't know if she likes them trolls. We might have to go for another troll. Since
Is
he's got a different head.
Malagus the Hordak? Or is
No,
that somebody else?
Malleus is the skeleton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dragul
Sorry,
is the Hordak.
Hordak, okay. Dragul is the Hordak, okay.
Yep.
That purple knight, the purple black knight is pretty cool. That one's
Yeah,
what
this
sold
guy-
The
me.
Volgar.
I think he was the first one I went after I
Yeah.
when we had that Coliseum experience at the show at one time, Brian. I was like, I think he was the first one I went after. Him and what's the one? The red guy, the red and black knight. I forgot what his name was.
Aether, no.
Eth-
Shit.
the one that you got JD at NJCC that one time for a real good price, for like $80. I think he
Red
used
What?
Knight.
the black knight, the black armor, red and black armor guy. I forgot what his name is.
This one?
No, not the Coliseum wave. He's like part of 1.0.
I know who you're talking about. I just can't remember his name. It's he's
He
got
comes
the
with
antlers
the sword.
on his head.
The sword,
This one.
yeah,
This one.
the sword,
Oh,
yeah, the sword king in the other pack. Yeah, there you
Gorgo.
go.
Yeah.
Such a great figure.
He's pretty badass. I'd love to get a reissue of this guy. He's pretty cool.
They should. I don't think he was ever. Was he ever in a selection for All Stars?
Nope.
Like no,
Not
right?
yet.
Right, JD. Yeah. I'm sure if he ever is in the pool to be selected, he would be selected.
He'll make it.
So that's, yeah, I'd be interested in that one. You know, I think I really, anything else you guys are hoping to find there, like grails, so to speak?
As far as legions,
Yeah.
Dude, if they had any of the
I
Coliseum
think
wave,
the only ones that we didn't get were the 3 that I mentioned. Malleus, Dragul, and possibly the Troll. What else? We didn't get the Shadow Equadron or whatever that's. We didn't get that one.
He's pretty good. So, Dom, this is the Coliseum wave.
Yep.
yeah,
So, you won't see Adamon and Keltis.
I know. I wish they came back, those two.
Did Romulus just get an All Stars, or maybe I'm just dreaming?
I think
of
I
that?
was.
I think it was-
I thought.
I think he was in the pool, but he wasn't picked.
So Rhaegar we won't see either. I mean, well,
Nope.
not as a reissue, but I'm hoping
No.
that we do see one. So Dom, you're really just looking for Brontis, Black Knight, Coliseum Orc, and Halmar, Golden
Halmir.
Tooth. Halmir.
I'm
So
sure. I doubt they won't have any of these, but these were the first ones that we saw when we went. But and I'm so happy that I picked up the Rygar that time.
yeah,
The
it's funny. I went back the second day and got one for Gary. I never got one for myself.
mhm.
And now the only reason why I want it is because he's got cool colors, and I'm just mad that he's one of those special ones that they aren't going to put out again, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only reason kind of why I want it now.
Why
But
are they not going to put this one out? Because he's a homage to.
no, well,
No,
he is
it's
an homage, but I think it's here. So
it's be,
this, there we go.
yeah.
So we'll just read this, right? So basically, it's a tribute figure that they did to Mythic superfan, this Raymond Wu, who passed suddenly away. This wasn't last year, but years past.
Mhm.
And basically, big supporter of the Mythics and Four Horsemen. And I believe that proceeds from this figure like went to a specific charity and things like that as
Yeah.
well.
Yep.
So basically, it's like a one and done type of thing.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well,
And that's
I'm
why.
happy that I won and done it and got him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
think
little we know when
I might
if you
have,
if
I
you
might
see
have
a
ended up
mythic,
with like
buy a
3 of
mythic.
them.
You know.
Yep.
So that's kind
You
of
have 3 of
how
these
it
bad
works.
boys, GD?
I'm pretty sure.
Awesome.
Same with the He-Man, and I probably have 4 or 5 of the Keltors or Keltis left.
Wow. And this one here, the Colosseum orc. So, you know, for a couple years now, Four Horsemen have been teasing, hey, Legion builders, like evergreen stock of Legion builders, and like this is the one. This is the one that people
Mhm.
want. And you know, it's funny with the Four Horsemen. We didn't really get much from them last year. You know, obviously the pandemic and other things. They actually had some logistical issues with former partners and things, and you know, obviously all the factories over in China were busy making PPE instead of toys. You know, things like that. So, um, you know, what if it didn't like this Arethyr wave? They got so much stuff. Like, what if they snuck in things? Like, what if we're just gonna go ahead and make a whole bunch of stuff and not tell anybody we're making stuff? And then the epic return to ToyCon, it's just like, bam, we got them all. We got everything in stock. Wouldn't that be
I mean,
crazy?
that would be pretty cool.
But,
Well, I remember they made that mistake with what was it, the female barbarian,
Yeah.
Legion barbarian, where they
And
didn't make the
made
females, they made the
deluxe.
males.
Yeah.
So the factory ended up pushing out males, and they made the deluxe male set, and they had an extra of those, and those went up for pre-orders. And I remember that they were up for a while, and then at the end of the day, like they sold out. But it's still a
No, I'm pretty sure they sold out pretty quick.
yeah.
They
But
did.
They just
I
did
know
it
I
in
went up.
stock sale.
I know, but I went up like 2 times, and I bought
Oh.
them a couple times.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like I was like barely pushing out one order. I did one order, and then I thought about whether I should do another order, and I was like, what the hell? I do another order.
Yeah.
Went in, did another order.
Well, it's funny because I went in as soon as they dropped them. I went in for 2, and I mean, yeah, this thing is heavily sought after. And then I was like, you know what? JD's sleeping. He's probably going to want a couple, so I bought 2 for him. And then JD's like, no, I don't need any. So then I ended up with 4.
Yeah,
But,
we had
then
a
I,
bunch of them from
yeah.
previously.
And then I sent one to Dave. So, but yeah, this was a big one that people wanted. Like, good stuff, good builder.
I think
And-
I ended up ordering like 1 or 2 of them from them. I think.
Oh, really?
So yeah, I think you're right, Dom. I think
It stayed up for a little bit. I know it sold out eventually, but I know it didn't it wasn't something that went in 5 minutes and that's it.
Yeah.
It stayed up for a little bit. Time enough to I remember thinking of should I put another order? And I know I was thinking about it after I did the second one, whether I should have put a third order in. Because when you see it's still up, then it's still available, you're like, wow, should I pull the trigger? Should I buy another 2?
So So while we're talking about Legion builders, let's go ahead and talk about Legion builders. The Deluxe Legion Builders 1 wave, I guess is what they're calling it. The pre-order is still open today. It's open
Goes till
till
the end of the month, right? 31st.
the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, it's the first time they've done an entire wave of just Legion builders, and they're calling these Deluxe Legion Builders. So, they aren't. So I closed the damn window for the other one. Hold on. Let me pull back. So we already looked at the Barbarian, but let's look at like one of the Knight builders, for instance.
Yeah.
Knight. K. This one? This one.
The male. Yeah.
So again, looking at a Legion builder, so typically this would be a little more
Deluxe Legion.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't call these like deluxe, right? They called them it doesn't say. But
I thought they did
No,
call
I'm
him Deluxe.
pretty sure that was Deluxe Night Builder.
Yeah, that was the
nah.
Night Builder Deluxe.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
because
I
the Barbarian was called Deluxe, right?
Yep.
was it? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Well, in that case, we can talk on it because if they call this deluxe, like look at
All the
All
shit
the
that it
stuff
comes
you
with.
get,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you get 2 sets of pauldrons, 2 swords, multiple heads, multiple doodads for all of that stuff, right?
Doodads.
And
Doodads.
they go for $50. I remember back in the day they were like $50
Yeah.
each.
Right. But let's say you take a look at
I think
This
they're
is
calling
what-
these. I think they're calling these Deluxe, but I think they're calling them Deluxe because they're putting a little bit more paint to them rather than a
Right.
normal Legion builder.
maybe,
Um,
but this
it's-
is all you get.
Yeah, yeah. So like I
So-
think they're calling these Deluxe because they do have a little bit more paint apps than a normal Legion builder does. So I think that's why they're calling them Deluxe, not the old Deluxe where the Deluxe symbolized more weapons, more heads and stuff like that come in the package.
And there's a ton of like new sculpted parts with them.
So because when you look at them, some of them are way like even that gladiator that they have there. It's just he has so much more paint apps than a normal Legion builder would have. Like the Black Knight was a Legion builder. Some of those, the Silver Knight, it was a Legion builder.
So, and like here is from the crowdfund thing for the video game, right?
Mhm.
So they call this a builder. So I think what we're talking about is there's builders and then there's Legion builders, right? So the Legion builders meaning lower price point, and you're gonna buy a ton of them. Whereas if it's just a builder on its own, I'm sure. Look, these guys I know are sticklers for the semantics of this, right? I trust Jeremy; he wouldn't steer him wrong. But like, this is a Knight builder. It's not a Legion builder. It's just a builder, and this one again comes with a ton of stuff, multiple
Yeah,
torsos, and all that other mess.
I mean,
So-
I'm pretty sure the builder term, whether it
Yeah.
Legion is attached to it or not, it's just like to build your army.
Possibly. So instead of calling them army builders, they call them Legion builders because they're Mythic
Yeah.
Legion.
Right.
I get you.
The legions, let my legions and destroy you.
So are you guys excited for this wave?
I am. I like the. I'm a gladiator. I'm all down for that gladiator. I love that gladiator. And it reminds me of that other company that put out that those gladiators. So it kind of looks like one of them that they put out.
That thing's awesome.
Yeah, like
Wait, that other company?
yeah. That there was a company. I forgot what was it. JD, I think you bought a couple. Did you buy those figures? The gladiator figures from that other company that did like the three gladiators. One looked like
No.
this.
I know what you're talking about. It starts with an X. It's like like
Help me out, Chad.
Zurays or something like that.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't do those.
I didn't do them either because I was hoping that Mythics would do more Gladiator figures, and look who it is,
There it is.
which is cool.
I almost feel like these, like this wave. I almost feel like they should almost have names because they made new parts for these figures. It's not
Yeah,
like
that
the normal,
helmet is new. Like that's
yeah,
a
the
completely
helmet, the
new
belt,
helmet.
the shoulder.
Hmm.
The pauldron, right? I've never
Yeah,
seen
the
this before.
pauldron part. No, that's new.
The weapons
The
are the
belt's
same.
new. Yep.
And then
Yep.
obviously the feet are the same, and the feet are new for the Aether wave.
Yeah, yep. But like, I almost feel like the whole point with the Legion builders is they were just like base.
Yeah,
Minimal
base
paint.
reuse figures. Yeah, minimal
Yeah,
paint.
it was like all the parts were like super common parts.
All right.
You know what I mean? And I feel like they kind of went above and beyond, and I don't know, like these guys should all have names, not just this guy's just the gladiator builder. No, that guy's like he's like a fucking executioner, you know.
Yeah.
He should be like Dom the Toe Smasher or something like that. You know what I mean?
This is Galactus. This is Galactus, or this is Maximus.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I've watched a bunch of interviews with them since this wave, like not interviews, but like podcasts and whatnot, and I think that they are hinting at the fact that some of these figures might come with additional heads and stuff, because if you're going to be using these as builders, right? I mean, there's not a lot here to differentiate them if you're going to buy multiples, you know?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Like the skeleton builder, like his helmet, if that came off, that would be amazing. But
They
I
do
doubt
have-
it will.
This right here, man.
Uh-huh.
Dude, sick. Look at it.
Mhm.
But like this is one of those ones that we've gotten some of the skeletons in the past, and pretty plain Jane, except it does look like they paint everything, so I shouldn't say that, but yeah, I mean just a couple colors in the palette, so to speak. So
This is good. Like he has also that also looks like good goblin. Armor that he has. I can see where JD is saying like if those pieces do come off the helmet, obviously the shoulder pads do and everything like that, you can really take a goblin and make and put that armor on him.
so have any
I like
guys
the Viking. I like the Viking one. Not that one. The next one over thing. That one. Yeah.
Oh, this one?
No. You got the first one. That second one. Yeah, that one.
You think this is a Viking?
No, I'm sorry. Just just the helmet. I thought. I'm sorry. I'm looking at it on your screen. And,
That's
I mean,
a
that's a
Templar,
Viking.
dude.
yeah. That's a yeah.
Vikings have beards, Dom.
I know. I'm just
You're on a
just
show with
the
a
night.
Viking.
The night. Yeah. But then that I love that.
This is pretty badass too.
Yeah.
Man.
Like I'm gonna buy because I bought I think the Conan, like one of the Conan warriors that Super 7 did, kind of has that knight type look to him, and he was like one of the guys, this other guys other than Conan that came out, and I grabbed I don't know why, but I just grabbed him because he looked more mythic to me than anybody else, and I was like, when I saw this knight builder, I was like, fuck yeah. I can have a bunch of these knight builders and behind him because he has the same black type patina to him and stuff like that. So
I don't have any figs that have a scabbard for their sword, so I'm kind of excited about that.
That came with like that was in the Advent of Decay wave.
Really?
Yep.
Then there must be some figures I haven't opened yet that
The what's her name? Uh, the night chick with the wings, uh, Gadriel or
Oh,
whatever.
the one that I
The
yeah
one you don't
yeah
Yeah,
have.
she had that. And there's been a few others that have that. There was some in the newest wave,
Yeah,
in
that's
the
what I love.
Aether wave that had.
It's
really? Well, I
simple.
haven't
Yeah.
opened all of them yet either. So
Who was it? The red chick.
yeah, I haven't opened her yet. So
Yeah.
hey, Hadrian or whatever. So have you guys gone all in yet?
Nope.
Have you placed your
No,
order?
no, no. I'm probably gonna do it the last weekend.
I am most likely not gonna go all in.
Really?
Yeah, because guys, I mean, I'm starting to organize around here, and I got mythics. I keep finding mythics like around the house,
Hmm.
and it's like, dude, like I I just pose them. Like I'll stare at them for a couple weeks, and then it's like, okay, everyone off the shelf into a box, put that box in a room, and then I open up some more, every once in a while. But it's like there's just so many, and I have the dwarves look cool, but um, I'm sorry, man. Like the fact that their beards are so stiff and you can't really mess with them that much, it just really bothers me. Like you can't turn their heads and
Mm-hmm.
things, and I don't know. So I think I'm out on the dwarves.
See, I just feel like these guys should be named. This is. I don't know. I don't see
Some of
this
those,
as a builder
some
wave.
of these doors are like sought after. Like it's surprising how a lot of like I had the same feeling, Brian, and some of the
Yeah,
dwarves that like especially the dwarves. I didn't really feel like that was a line. Them and the vampires. But then when I saw one in hand, like especially the vampire ones, I they were just beautiful. Like I just didn't, you know. Once I saw one, I was like, oh fuck, I gotta get the vampires too. And then the same thing with
yeah,
the dwarves. When I got one of them, it was just I went in all in on the dwarves, and it was like when you start beginning on the line, you were kind of trying to set limits for yourself, and those fail very quickly when I started getting some of these in
yeah,
hand.
yep,
But yeah, I agree with you. Like it's hard now because there's so many of them, and they're all good. They're all good looking, especially now. Like these paint apps that they're putting on them are sick.
yeah. So, and I haven't decided what I'm gonna get yet. Um, I
That's why the
can't
all in
decide.
is just the all in is just so easy. The
I
decision's
know.
just there for you,
You should
Brian.
Yeah.
just do it, right? Yeah. I don't know. I
At
can't
least one.
decide.
What is it? The all in is 200. It's not
Yeah, it's
bad.
200. Um, it's because I was thinking, I definitely want to get another one of these guys, and I want to get this accessory pack. So this accessory pack, this is the first accessory pack we have for the ogre scale,
Yep.
and I've got a couple of those Bolthar guys already,
Hmm.
so um, I kind of I kind of wanted to just get this accessory pack to jazz him up a bit. And I mean, this is nuts looking with the he's just wild. And I love this new sculpt stuff. That's just and they're saying this axe is so huge. Like I think they were saying they're looking forward to what people come up with to customize this axe. Like you might be able to put other heads on it and stuff like that if you're
Oh.
savvy enough. I don't know if it's some cutting is required or whatnot, but they said that they expect people to have some fun
Dude, that shield is
with
wicked too. So
Maybe
everything part of
maybe
everything
there's
that
a
it. Yep.
everything
maybe
that's
there's
coming
a
with this
neck
thing.
peg in there or something. I
Hmm.
don't know.
Yeah, and dude, I dig these things, and I'm loving the new belts and stuff that they're giving us too. Um, and I wanted to get obviously another ogre builder, simply because unfortunately these are like kind of fragile in the mythic land.
Uh, Pull that one up for me real quick.
This one,
Yeah.
there's not much to them.
Yeah. It's just straight up
See, he just comes with the mace thing, and
Yep.
the new helmet.
Let's see. Yeah, not much to this guy.
yeah, it's an axe or a mace.
Yep. But you know, these guys have obviously the hips. Everybody knows about the hips, but these guys have some knee issues from time to time, where the pegs break off. So I kind of just want to get an extra one to have as spare parts in case I break one of my named figures in the future by accident.
Mm-hmm.
And what are they pricing this one individually? Like, what's the price on this one individually? $40 or?
Here, let's find out.
Because you know, with that concept, this is the one to buy to get for a cheap price. So you can use it as a spare part type figure on your other ones if you need to repair or anything like that.
So $40.
Hmm.
And yeah, and then I mean, it's not bad, right? These deluxe Legion builders, what they're calling. Typically, a builder figure is $22 in the past, I believe. So
Yep.
so yeah, $4 more basically for the extra paint apps and for some of the new sculpts that the new tools or whatever that they used. And then yeah, so you can get everything seen here for $200, which I think was like a $25 savings or something like that if you add it all up or something
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
not bad.
Considering what people are paying for some of this stuff individually now, it's like
Yeah,
a no-brainer.
It's a steal.
$21 difference.
Yeah. So,
Sorry.
yep. And it looks like I have a plan. Is that a cart with 10 items in it? I don't know. Have to see. Let me move this over here and see what's going on here real quick.
Yeah, I'm definitely in for 2 all-ins. I just the 3 is what's gonna, whether I just
Alright.
pick it up in store because on average, I think all my pre-orders so far on average from Four Horsemen's shop is like 400 plus. So like I want to keep it.
Right.
I want to keep my average going consistently.
Yeah, so here's the mind of Brink, right? So basically, I haven't placed my order yet because I had to pay my taxes. So what did I say? I wasn't going to go all in, right?
Yeah.
So instead, what did I do? I've got an order here for $287, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get a skeleton. I don't know. I'm not much into goblins, but I was like, all right, I guess I'll throw one of those in there. For some reason, I have 2 gladiators in here. Maybe that's a mistake. I don't know. But when I was putting this together, probably on Saturday, you run through your minds like, okay, here's what my kind of plan is of attack of these figures that I'm interested in. And and here it is a few days later, I'm getting really bad at memory. Like I have no idea why I want 2 gladiators. Right? I'm like I don't have
I see that you're
clue.
anticipating a second head in that gladiator set.
Yeah, maybe.
That's what you're doing,
Maybe.
Ryan.
This Templar, which we looked at, I'm thinking to myself, there's no way that I could have one of these, right?
Mhm.
For some reason, I put 2 ogres in here. I would probably drop this down to 1. And then there's the accessory pack. But
Well,
it's
if I'm not, if correct me if I'm wrong, JD, but I think the gladiator that came in the AOD set, I forgot his name. He does have 2 heads in that set. So if you failed to pick up a second one of him
Well, we can
and you
look.
just have one, you could probably pick up that second builder and just put that second head on him if you choose likely to choose so. So that might be an option for people. So you don't have to spend mucho dollars because I think he's going for a lot of money on a secondary market. I'm not saying a lot. I think he's going for like $80-100, but
What is this? Calavius?
yeah,
Calavius?
he's right there. Second row to the end. Yeah, he comes with 2 different heads.
I don't remember him coming
oh,
with
this,
Oh, he
Nope.
does. Okay.
He does.
I think I finally picked him up too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was probably watching Gladiator or something like that. It's like, all right, it comes with a red belt,
Spartacus.
dude.
Yeah.
Red belt, sweet. But yeah. So, I mean, yeah, you could jazz him up the with the other guy,
Hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. You could probably intertrain some parts so you can make a third guy. Make him a little unique. You have a third gladiator in your set.
That's what
So
I like to do. Just move windows around. That's what I like to do. Yeah, but dude, man, yeah, exchange some pauldrons and whatnot. And so you'll notice, for those of you who don't collect mythics, this is again a Legion builder, $26. This is a named figure for $35, and you can see
Mm-hmm.
the changes, right? So this is a nice comparison. I mean, you get a lot of good sculpting, and of course everything's just painted. But on the named figure, like they start painting the rivets, like in the armor and stuff, and the extra detail in your pauldrons and the handles on your weapons get all painted up. But like here, like this guy, he's I mean,
Pretty
they
much
don't
flat.
they don't go all out on that stuff.
yeah.
Like the belt is just brown and things like that. And how do I? What's going on
No
here?
rivets.
Broke something.
No painted rivets.
Yeah. So
But,
that's the difference. But I saw in my cart that I had put in one of these guys, and I figured, this is one of those ones where I mean the horns on the head are probably interchangeable with
Yeah.
stuff, and so you could really kind of jazz him up. And I really like how you're getting. So we have some new sculpts that came with the Aether wave that we haven't seen before. And what's nice about this Legion builder is it's taking advantage of those new parts and giving you more opportunities for those parts. But other than that, it's like I'm not too blown away by this guy. But he was, at the time, he seemed worthy enough to put in my cart though. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's still pretty awesome. And it's funny. And again, for those of you who don't collect this line, it's like,
What are you waiting for?
no, it's
Oh,
like
okay.
you can
Sorry.
go through and you can be like, I'm gonna cherry pick different figures, but you know what? It's like, it's even the ones you think you're not interested in, as soon as you whip them out of the box and start posing them, you're
Yep.
just like, wow,
You're in it.
it's it's
You're in it.
it's incredible. It's like, wow, why would have even thought about not getting this guy, kind of thing. So we'll see how it goes. We have until the end of the month, so.
Yeah, the barbarians are like, especially if if you have that deluxe pack, you can make tons of barbarians with the different helmets, beards, no beards, just amp them up. You can make midget barbarians, and you can make regular size barbarians. It's just ridiculous how much barbarians you can make.
And yeah, I don't have a lot of goblins, but like whenever I go
These
to
are sweet.
JD at your
Hmm.
house, and Chris has a good fair amount
Dave
too
has
in
a
his
shit. Yeah, Dave
Velasquez.
has a
Yeah.
shitloads of these.
And it's like, when I see them, it's like I own some, but I don't have a ton. But like, again, you look at this guy and you look at his new helmet that they gave him and stuff, and
Mm-hmm. Whole
it's
new
like,
head sculpt.
oh man. And I'm in the middle of watching the Lord of the Rings trilogy right now, which is why I was a little late to get to the show today. I'm sorry about that. Uh,
Oh, it's
but
okay. I just
we were
sat here for
I was
half
at
an
the
hour by
point where
myself.
in the Two Towers where Gandalf was forcing Saruman out of King Theoden. It's like, you have no
Yep, yep.
power here, Gandalf the Grey. And then he whips his cloak off. Ah! He jabs him with the staff. It's good stuff. And Lord of the Rings, man, got great goblins. Actually, I
do.
guess more goblins in The Hobbit. Now I think about it, but yeah, we shall see. But for those guys who love to paint their stuff up, man, dude, they're giving you the blank canvas to do whatever you want here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And that's always a nice shield. That's a nice shield in itself. So I'm sure,
Yep.
it's a good set. I think
yeah.
all these are like, they did. This is something that I think it's long overdue. Like I think you mentioned it before, Brian, that they promised us a fully in stock, always in stock Legion builders or builders that we can always we can always buy and easy available
Right.
for customizing. And if you don't want to really pay those high secondary prices, you can always get a builder or some sort and just paint or find other pieces and make the guy or make the figure that you always wanted or so forth. But I think this is a wave that kind of compensates for that. It's not. I'm not saying it's their fault, but I think things just didn't pan out the way they were thinking before, and this is kind of compensating for that.
Exactly. So if we go through here real quick, so we even had Corn Boy on. What did we have him on last year? Was it the year before? Who
No,
knows?
it
Time,
was a couple years ago.
19.
time,
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
time,
2019.
19. Jeez,
Yep.
time flies. But basically, yeah, he was telling us, like this Coliseum orc, like this would be one of those ones to have evergreen. And so this is kind of like their first, what they just gave us was basically just a wave of builders, which they never had done before. But they still talked about, like, in the future, like, always being able to have builders in stock. One of the things I'm kind of curious about how they determine to do this in the future, like, the Goblin builder, that would be another builder, and there's the Vampire Knight, I think. Where is
Yeah, there
she
was a crap load of builders in the AOD.
Yeah,
there was a
Yeah,
crap
these-
load of them.
these guys maybe.
Yeah,
Different vampires,
What's this?
elves, elf
the knights, the
rangers,
woman. I think there was a Silver Knight woman one. There was a Gray
Yep,
Knight
there
wolf
was
one.
Iron.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was like Iron Knight and Steel.
Yeah, Iron Knight. Yep.
Oh, I got tons of those. Yeah. But it's like now with the whole collectible craze, specifically the Mythic Legions craze, like, are these things just gonna sell? Are people just gonna buy them like toilet paper? Like during a pandemic, there's like, oh my God, look at them all, go get them all, and people
So
are just gonna, know?
the whole thing about always having builders in stock, I don't know if they'd be able to keep up with that. To be completely honest, I don't think so.
Yeah, with like I agree with you, G. All kidding aside, like if 2020 didn't if we didn't go through the 2020 that we went through and it was normal as usual, and I know they probably, if they did it and their outlets that they were supposed to go with, having them fully in stock and stuff, I'm sure they would have sold out eventually. But I would be interesting to see how fast they would repopulate or restock those figures, because as you know and we know, like these they take time to build, and they take time to come out. So I don't know whether they would treat those builders differently, where they would be constantly producing them in a factory or something. But we never know. But I know there takes time for them to get the factory time to build them, and then bring them over here and distribute them and send them on. So those logistics are questionable when you know that first batch that they're going to put out, they're going to sell out within a month or a week or whatever the case may be. I'm sure they were going to sell out within a week, and then see how fast they were going to replenish it.
Yeah, or maybe they'll just be like, look, we'll restock them 3 times a year or something like that.
Yeah.
And I suspect they really do only want to do that for their like builder stuff, because
there's
they
no
don't wanna
paintouts. There's barely any.
And they don't want to water down the market for their named figures and things
Yeah,
too, right?
yeah,
So,
yep.
and you put out enough builders, you're going to get all the parts you need to customize and do whatever you, because that's what people really want the builders for, right?
Yes.
For either building armies or having the parts available to customize.
Customize and make new characters and all sorts of stuff.
But yeah, this Orc Legion builder, like this is the one. That's the one that people want. And JD, was it you mentioning it last week? Your Arethyr? Now he's a 1.0 body, right?
Yeah.
And so even mine was he's a stiff out of the package, but after a good 5 minutes of molesting
Yep.
him, he's kind of loose.
He's super loose.
As
And
loose as goose.
I can't get the wings to stay on.
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, mine's not that bad. But mine like the waist joint's a little loose and his
Yep.
hip joints. But he's sitting on his horse.
His hips,
But
yeah.
after a while, I mean, the way they reuse some of these core parts, don't they have to rebuild those tools after a while, like those molds?
I would imagine so.
'Cause-
It might also be why they're introducing like new chess pieces and
Mhm.
stuff like that. So like maybe they'll slowly get out of these. I don't know.
Or maybe it'll give them time to maybe make new ones. Because if they do put out like builders that are using these 1.0 parts,
Mhm.
if those molds are getting a little long in the tooth, is that
Yeah.
a phrase? Or not? That's not a good phrase. Uh, Deteriorating, I guess, or I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, this guy's pretty
Yeah.
fantastic. I'm looking forward to the Lithia wave when it shows up.
Yeah. So we didn't get in on those, unfortunately.
Which wave is
No?
that? Is that
Didn't
the
get
the,
on
the
the
moose?
Lithia wave?
No.
No.
No, I
What's
mean
the-
they just kept putting stuff out, and it was like, man, I haven't even gotten shit I paid for 2 years ago,
Yeah.
which is fine and dandy, and with fucking COVID and not working and all that kind of stuff, it kind of hurt.
It's true.
So wasn't able to. But I can hope that
Yeah, the
Toy
F
Con, I could just go and say, hey, we want a whole set of everything.
Well, JD, I did get 2 of her if you need an extra one.
Okay.
I know I got 2 of her. Because they start introducing soft goods, and I love this new, like elven wear, Elves are cool.
hmm
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
and some
she's-
of the, like this guy's new chest piece, and this guy's, like, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't remember what I ordered. I know I did an all in, but I don't know who I doubled up on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm actually looking forward to any builders that they have, like using some of these new parts too. Some of these new
Mhm.
molds. Like this guy. Like I'm not big into vampires. What time is it? We're good.
He's all like I was, he's fucking awesome.
Yeah, but I love his outfit. Like,
Yeah, his
dude, I want
outfit's
to
cool.
put a different head on this, and like, yeah, I can't wait to get this in different colors. Look at this belt. I mean, it's just great.
Mhm.
And we're getting new feet and stuff, and new. It's just pants. Mythics have pants now, so it's great. Pants. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Comes with a companion.
Yeah, I don't know. I got to check my order on this one, but I think JD. I was kind of feeling your same thought. I think on this wave I just did the all in, and I said, you know what? If for doubles or whatever second figures I want to pick up from this wave, I'll just get it at the show, or wait for a show to get it. But like I feel what you're saying, because it's just. You got all these pre-orders coming out, and then like not one of your not one of any of the older pre-orders have come through yet, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh god, do I want to throw another $400 at this?
Not really.
Not right now.
Not right now.
Yeah. But yeah, man, look at this.
The horse is like, yeah, that horse is sick.
So wait, this wave has what, 3 horses?
It
Yeah, I
has-
think it has
Got
a
the
it has
moose.
the moose, yeah,
This one,
and then the
the
centaur, yeah.
centaur dude.
Yeah, it's a big wave. It's one of the big waves.
Yep.
Dude, yeah, this moves.
I think this moose should have been bigger, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I think it's a little too small, but because
Whoa.
moose are
it's the
fucking
size
big.
of a horse.
Yeah, well, moose are supposed to be bigger than a horse, way bigger than a horse. Like the head is right, but I'm
Well,
just
maybe he's
saying,
a
like,
baby.
Are you sure?
maybe he's a baby. Yeah, yeah. Oh, when you see the all in, you see that his head is correct. It's huge, but like they're reusing the body of the horse when it should be a bigger body. But understood.
Where's those pics that they had?
They had one where they had a nice. They're all in front of a nice diorama, but I don't know if they have
Yeah,
that
they're in
picture
front of
anymore.
a Crashbox diorama.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Let's see if I can. Maybe
But-
it's an old. Yeah, this is a lot of old.
Yeah, I think I was feeling some of that. Do I really want to spend this much money and buy doubles of something? Which I typically would have done because it's like it saves you time and agony. You never know, type of thing. Like 2020, we definitely missed out on some conventions that we would have picked up other figures and stock figures at those shows. So, not saying like 2021 is going to be the same thing, but you never know when these guys decide to like we're busy, we're not showing, we're not coming.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking to see.
And we're spoiled, since we're in the, since we're in the area and we get them. I know they do, they show up at PowerCon and everything like that. But when you can go see these guys, we see them like at least 3 times a year sometimes, right? Because they go to ZoloCon, they do the PowerCon, they do the Toy Con here in the spring, and then they do the Toy Con in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is it.
So we're pretty spoiled.
Yeah. Wait, I guess I'd have to check their Instagram for those. You know what? Maybe I will. What time is it? We got time.
Yeah, we got time.
Bear with me here a minute.
But yeah, like I think that Legion builder wave is definitely going to wait until the last weekend and pull the trigger on whether I'm definitely going to do 2, but I don't know whether I'm going to do 3.
Yeah, I'll be waiting until after ToyCon at least.
Yeah, see how much. That's the thing. Like right now with ToyCon, I'm like that's the thing. Like ToyCon, I'm not looking forward. Like I'm not looking for anything in specific to get. But like you never know. You walk into those toys, and then all of a sudden you find out you're spending like $300 on something that you didn't even know that you wanted. But that's just how toy collecting goes.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some exclusives that I missed out on. So, yep, that's it. That's the one.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. You'd have to put the photos. All right.
Yeah,
the
side by
horse,
side, yeah.
Is this high up on the, kind of thing?
Yep. I think it's the same horse body, like the back up through the front legs, and it's just the neck and the head is totally different. That's.
Yep.
I think that's their MO, and it's great that they're capable. I'm sure they're going to be using the shit out of that body, that horse body. So it's a great alternative, and of reusing that body and giving us a new head sculpt with it, which is a moose, which is great.
But didn't they have like wasn't there pictures of them like sitting figures like inside the antlers just to show like how big it really is?
Oh yeah, I never seen those pictures, but
Yeah.
I can imagine those antlers being huge. Like look at them, they're almost as long as the body if you vertically put them across. So
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not super big into like vampires and stuff, but like this new sculpted piece for her, like I'm really curious to see what we're gonna get repainted in waves to come and things. So should be really, really interesting.
yeah, the black demon horse is always welcomed.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
This centaur, like I would love a centaur that's just fucking fully armored up, like a knight centaur type of look. More than a woodland centaur that they have right there. But I would love to see like a knight like an armor knight up centaur.
Yeah, like
Just, you know.
like what's the? Oh Jesus,
Got
I
these
can't
wings
remember what they're
mounted on
called.
here.
The guys with the hooves. But they're all
Minotaurs?
armored. No,
Minotaurs.
no.
The guys with hooves?
Yeah, I don't know. Never mind. I suck.
Oh, are you talking like the guy from Pan's
Silverhorn
Labyrinth?
Sentries. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, Mythics.
Yeah, the Silverhorn Sentries.
So those guys almost made it into the last All-Star wave,
Yeah.
Hmm.
and I was really hoping that they were gonna make it, but they didn't. S going. Can't believe how many of these there are now. Yeah, these guys are cool. I was hoping these guys would make it
Hmm.
into the All-Star
Oh
wave.
yeah, JD. Like this armor
But
up.
yeah, like one of those on
Yeah,
the
all
centaur
armored
body,
up.
yeah.
Yep. Even if it's like brown. Like I can go with brown armor, black armor with silver, like something crazy and wild, and something that I don't know. I just feel like that it doesn't have to have it doesn't have to have a woodland theme. I know they're horses, but
Mhm.
I can see them all knighted up and do a Templar guard. With a centaur that's dressed up in a Templar guard. You know what I'm saying? That'd be cool as shit. But
Was this guy Advent of Decay too?
Nope.
No. Okay.
No, I believe
no, he's
that was
part
a
of.
1.0
He's part of the
or
1.0, 1.5.
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Covenant of Shadow.
Yeah, so he was after the first wave.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
this was
It's a good wave.
I think yeah, I don't have any of these.
Oh.
I might have a Templar, but I remember picking up one of these for somebody at ZoloCon like back before I was collecting them. I think or something like that.
Mhm.
I can't remember exactly. But yeah. Yeah, he's pretty cool. God, have you seen the pics people have been posting? Like, they had Arathir on this flaming horse with these Templar Knights like running away from him. It was freaking. There are some people taking some sick photos out on the Cabal Facebook group right now.
Hmm.
But yeah. So.
There's so
Anything else?
many, dude. So fucking many.
Anything else about Mythics? Oh, you
No.
know what? Remember when I was talking last week, I wasn't sure about all these wings that I bought?
Yeah.
I just realized that one set of wings are for him.
Ah.
You have him, Brian?
I have him. Yeah.
Oh
he
wow!
he was one of the first ones I ever bought. I bought him, the parrot, and the
I remember
blue
that
jay
day when
or
we got.
whatever.
Yep. That day that you
And
bought all those birds, so you got him during that
it was
time.
funny. Like, so they had the four horsemen are at ToyCon with a table full of birds, and here I am buying stuff of specific brands and whatnot, right? Um, and I just happened to walk by, and I was stunned. I was stunned by them, and so yeah, a table full of
Mhm.
birds, and and then I was like, how much are these? And they're like $35. I was like, what? That's it? So I ended up buying three, and then we went back to Dust's house
Played
and
with them. Yep, I
and play
remember.
with. I was like, check these things out. They are so cool. So yeah, I got the parrot, this Phoenicius guy, and the
The
Dralion.
dragon.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I remember
and
Chuck got
I
the
bought
eagle guy.
all of them.
Hmm.
yeah,
These were like they stayed for a while, and it's like now
Yeah.
they're sought after, man. There a lot of
Yep.
people are looking for these things,
Oh,
and they
Atheon,
weren't
He's
they weren't that popular. Like they weren't in that high demand, and I know they stayed for a while. And as AOD got popular, and the following lines had gotten like the next wave pre-order got popular, like people
Yeah.
went back and bought all these things.
yeah. And these photos, like, these guys have belts and stuff around them with
Mhm.
like little
Yeah.
trinkets and whatnot on them. So like these are even like these are early photos. Like they don't even they didn't get a chance to reshoot them for this page. So,
Yeah,
but
he's a good one to pick up.
yeah. Yeah, these are sought after now. Yeah, remember you were just saying that, Dom, right? These were like the whole wave was on sale at BBTS or something like
Oh
Yeah.
that.
yeah, like
Yeah.
That's when I
they
got them.
discounted them. They
Yeah.
discounted them, right, JD? They're like
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I bought them.
they were like 20. I think they after like the whole set, it was like I think they were like $22 each.
Yeah. Yeah.
I should have jumped on it when that happened, but I didn't. But I did pick up some birds. I think I got the sparrow. I think I got like the blue sparrow because I was going to do a kit bash with her and Eva Lynn. Remember, JD? They showed the picture
Mm-hmm.
of that sparrow figure that you could use the legs and take the legs off of her of that figure and put it with the Eva Lynn because the coloring, the blue light blue coloring matches up. So
I did it.
they're great pieces. I think they go very well if you want to do any kid bashing with the females. I think they work very well. So if you want to make any bird girls,
Well.
Like
Aw.
a true harpy.
mm-hmm.
Making a true harpy.
But
Close this.
I really
junk card.
like it's like you could they're the way they've come out and how long they take to come out. You could definitely see people, people losing interest in the line in regards to how slow they come out. But it's like once they release new lines and new figures, it's hard to not hard to let go. I think that's the thing about these things. It's hard to not say no to the next wave, or when you get that pre-order in and you're like, oh, now I remember you.
Yeah, dude, and like I've packed some up, and it's like there'd be people in the group being like, "Hey, does anybody have an extra one of these?" I'm like, "I do," and then I go look at it, I'm like, I can't let it go. Can't
Yep.
do it.
It can't.
Yep.
It can't.
Like, I can't
It's
part
like
with this.
I can't
like
let
even
it
if
go.
like it was the other day because I got the new wave and I was opening them up and like I was pulling out the boxes and I went to my storage. I grabbed the other stuff and I was like, should I let these go? And I just pulled some out and I'm like, no, they're just too fucking cool. I can't. Because they, like I said, like you could, like the ones I have, I'm sure, like you could just, you can speak to this, JD, but like it's like you can get a lot of money for these. Like you can get a good amount of money to, and then a capital when you sell them off to buy any type of other collection that you you want to pick up or start in on. So it's weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, and so here it is in 11 days
Yeah.
at ToyCon in New Jersey in Wayne.
Oh, I'm also looking for one of that hooded elves. If AOD the hooded elf, I would need another one of him. He's such a the elf that is like
Ranger.
hooded, the ranger.
The green one.
Yeah, the green ranger. No, the ranger. It's not an elf, but it's like
Yeah, he's an
JD
elf
said it right.
ranger.
He's an elf, right? Right, JD.
This
Yeah,
one?
the hood. Yep, there, that guy.
Yeah,
He's
cool.
such an underrated figure.
Yeah, he's
a
pretty
bunch of
awesome.
those.
It's Legolas, man.
Yeah. I got one of them. I just want to pick up another one.
Yeah,
But-
and dude, it's another one like this one, and
AOD
What was
was
it?
like that, dude. It's just so many figures that had different, like multiple head sculpts, and it was hard. It was definitely hard to keep up. I remember, and we definitely had our opportunity to, go through these things and buy them when we want. But like eventually,
This guy.
there's things that fall through the crack. The cracks.
Shadow
The
Elf
Shadow Elf is
Ranger.
good too. Yeah,
So
Shadow
it's like,
Ranger.
I mean, this thing is just. Let me pull this one up. I mean, it's just eye candy. I mean, when you get this thing in hand, he's got trim around his hood, which is not seen in this prototype, but and like all the rivets are painted this like coppery bronze in like the belt buckles. It's incredible. It's
Yeah,
just
the dark elves are so like I think they're just so appealing to, and just
yeah.
the blue skin, the dark blue skin is just
Yep.
is just a good look.
It's awesome.
It goes
Yeah, and the
well with purple.
pauldrons are all painted up and
Just
stuff.
black and
Yeah,
purple looks really great.
it's just great. So and and the reason why I brought that up is, again, this elf ranger is the same thing. Like
Hmm.
you kind of you're kind of standing in line picking stuff up, at the con. You're like, all right, I'll grab one of these, grab one of these. Oh, look, an elf. That's pretty cool. And then when you get them home and you open them, you look at them, and it's just, you look at things like your Black Series stuff and some of your Marvel Legends, and I mean they do a pretty good job. But like here, when they pick out like every detail, like the wash on the gauntlet here to bring out this
Oh
curly
yeah,
Q, and all the little buckles are painted. It's just so cool. And
yeah, like the boots alone, like are paint all like you said,
yeah,
Brian. The buckles are painted. It's
yeah.
just the detail in it's just so nice, and it just makes the figure stand out so well.
And then when you're like, I can't believe I paid $35 for this.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
it's like it blows my goddamn mind. I mean, look at that. Like even in the like all here and everything, and and then it's like, and then you see the regular retail price for $50, and I tell people, I'm like, dude, I'd pay $50 for this and not feel any weird way about it.
No, no,
Um,
not at all.
Yeah.
Not at
but
all.
then now you see this stuff going for God knows how much, and it's starting to get a little ridiculous, you know.
And you even see them and themselves creeping the costs up. That 35 figure is now $40. So it's getting
Well,
closer to that $50 mark. But like I know at the conventions they've been doing that where they don't charge 30. They're charging $40 for certain figures rather than the $35 price and stuff like that. So
well, I mean, the wave we just got, of course, we ordered that God knows how long ago, the Arethyr wave, but the Alithia wave, I can't remember. The stuff's not up for sale anymore, but I can't remember what we paid for a figure. I mean, were those still 35? And that was just this past December, right?
some of them, some
Some of them.
basic, but like
Yeah.
if there was like there was one where they would have a lot more accessories, they charge you an extra $5 for it and made it $40. But
Okay.
like it's like I said, I think they're realizing. I'm not saying they're pricing it low, but I think they're realizing that they have some wiggle room in that MSRP that they're putting out
Right.
for. So
But and the reality of some things is like the shipping is going up and the
yeah,
petroleum's
yeah,
going up and whatever. So I mean that's just the nature of this stuff. I mean we've been paying $35 a figure since how long have we been collecting this line? I don't know, 4 or 5 years now. I don't.
yeah. Since
It
Coliseum,
Yeah.
I
hasn't.
know
It,
that
can't, it
for
couldn't
sure.
have been since BTM started. We're on what, episode 159,
Yeah,
give or take a few that we missed. What's that? 3 years basically.
I would say
So
that. Yeah, 3 years.
so maybe 4 years. I mean that's pretty great to being able to keep these at that price for so long.
Hmm.
But yeah, the nature of the game though is this stuff's gonna start going
Yeah.
up. But um, yeah, I was
But
checking.
I can't wait. I'm going to be there early as well with you, Brian. So um, I'll keep in communicado and see where you are, and we'll get in line early just to get into the show and
I'm not letting you
see
cut
what they got.
the
Yeah,
line.
you better let me cut.
Nope.
I'm gonna upset some people in the morning. It's like, what do you think they got in there? Pokemon cards? I'm like, chill, guy, chill. Oh, God.
Eh, I'm sure they'll have enough to go around.
Yeah. But I remember that one ZoloCon I went to, and I got there early, and they had some hard to find AOD figures. They definitely had the what is it with the Cyclops troll that everyone was after at the time, and I remember they
No.
only had like 6 of them, and then the first 2 guys bought them out. So it was like I'm sure they're gonna have some of that going on where they have maybe 6 or 7, or maybe a small quantity of some hard to find figures, and that they found in the back shelf or somewhere, or a box, that was in a corner. Remember what was that time they were in ZoloCon? They just had the boxes, like they just had boxes on to the left of them.
Oh
And
yeah, just
we were going through all of them.
So, yeah, I'm checking my order at the Alithia Wave, and the Artemis Silver Cord, the one that I got two of, she was $35. So,
Hmm.
maybe the guy with the bird was $40, or the ogre was $40, maybe. Um, but other than that, I can't really
I
tell.
remember there was like a couple of them that like if they came with the wing set or something additional that they typically don't
Yeah,
come with, they charge an extra like $5, $10 or something like that.
right.
So
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, like Arethyr, the fire guy, he wasn't
yeah,
35
he was
bucks.
45. I think he was 45
Yeah, it was
bucks.
45, I think.
Yeah, but like I said, at those prices, it's well worth. It's still like with how much sculpt and paint they put on. Like, and everybody's complained it. Like I've talked to other people who've you know once purchased these figures or had these figures, and their articulation is not like they're not fully articulated to the max like an
Yeah, they're not
SH Figure Arts
figures.
or
Yeah.
if you are an articulation type of guy, then and that's your game, and you buy these, and you feel like believe me, they're not fully articulated. Most of them, and I don't think that any of them have double jointed like elbows to the where they're they can fully their hand can fully touch their shoulder or something like that. So
No, but
it's
at
not
least you can get them to hold a sword two-handed, which is good.
exactly. Yep,
You
yep,
can.
yep, yep. And you could get them in poses that look good in pictures and stuff like that, but where they shine is the sculpt and the paint is completely out of this league when compared to other lines. So that's what they're going for,
Yeah.
and I love them for them. I love them for that alone. So
They're cool.
I just noticed.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, look at
I
that.
wore the
It's hiding
one.
under.
I got the black one. I got the other one, JD, and I was wearing that T-shirt around the house the other day, and my wife's like, "What the hell do you have on?" It's like, is that a lobster? Like, 'cause it looks like it.
Yeah,
It looks like a
kinda
lobster from far. I'm like, no, it's not a lobster. She was making fun of me. You're wearing a lobster on your shirt. I'm like, you know what? I'm in the mood for some Red Lobster. Let's go out. Let's go out to eat.
Let's get some cheesy biscuits.
Yep.
Yeah, but
I'm
again,
excited.
another thing,
I'm excited.
yeah. Just one more thing about these. I love that there's there's no there's no lore to pollute it. You know, there's
Mhm.
no there's no you know there's no
Comic book
channels
guys,
on YouTube
yeah.
like Star Wars being like, here's why you should hate the new Star Wars. Like, there's
Yeah,
nothing.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
there's
Nothing.
these things are like bulletproof. They have no lore. I mean, they got lore, right? I don't want to be
Yeah.
like totally wrong in that, but they're
Yeah, but
they're-
it's not.
they're
You're not
so-
comparing it to something
Yeah.
that has come out before, and it's
They're
like this is not my
incorruptible,
Green
right?
Lantern. Yeah, this is not
Yeah.
my Green Lantern.
Juno the
you know.
Crusher is not going to get canceled on Twitter. You know what I mean? It's like they're fucking bullet. They're great. I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
The only thing you have to contend with is people who haven't been in it for a while being really upset that they can't get the ones that they want. You know.
And I think that that's being even remedied to the point where these all-star waves are coming out frequently. Like I bet $100 they're going to be coming out with another all-star selection by the end, like October, November type period,
Well,
where
you
they're going to
figure
do
vote
another.
on one a year. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what it seems like anyway.
Yeah, so like if that's happening, I feel like just wait. Hopefully they'll do those older figures that you're waiting for that you don't have to pay like the 200 or the 250 that they're going for. And it's like hopefully they can get them in the next All Star wave and save you some money. But I'm not one to tell you how to spend your money. If you want to go ahead and spend 250 on a figure, go ahead.
Yeah.
That's your prerogative, and I believe me, I've been there. I've done that. So I'm not one to say don't waste your money on it. But if you feel that you absolutely need it in your collection, go ahead, man, spend it. Spend it if you got it.
Can't take it with you.
Exactly.
Might as well have
Alright.
fun.
I think it was me, you, JD. Like when after that Coliseum wave, I quickly went on eBay, and unfortunately, they were still underneath $100, some of them. So it was hard for me to, even at that time, to bite on some of them that were $100. But I did, and I was very appreciative that I did. But I was right, hitting while the iron is hot, and just gobbling up all these and going back and purchasing some of the old ones. But I can see the frustration now where people that are doing that, they would love to get some of those figures for $80 or $90, but now they're going for like 200, which is somewhat ridiculous. But
did you guys see? Here it is. I never noticed this before, but I was just scrolling through. Hey, wrong way to. That's not. Yeah, no, this is right. Have you ever posed the guy with this type of shield holding it upside down like this?
Sure.
I've never done that before. I saw someone do it in the Cabal, and I just think it's so cool for him to hold it like in that fashion.
Yeah, because I mean, he'd hold it.
he'll bring it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like a weapon as opposed to a shield. He can just like stab people.
Oh
with
yeah,
it.
he can stab people. Yeah.
It is cool. But
and I mean, it would be heavier on that end anyway, so just because it's thicker.
yeah. Anyway.
I love that orc too. That freaking bearded orc.
A bearded
Oh.
orc. It's perfect.
Yeah, he's cool. I like his bare feet. It's kind of
Yeah.
gives him some. But it's like, I mean, it's just, I mean, you see people just like draw stuff like this just for fun, and it's like, I can pick up this art and just mess with it, kind of stuff. It's cool.
I think that's a little bit of appeal about this Mythic Legions. It's like you see a lot of that art. You see it in especially with Dungeons and Dragons and other popular Middle Earth type characters. And then granted, they made toys for the Lord of the Rings, but not as good as this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really nice to get something like a representation of that world.
So KJ Smith, a couple things here, sir. So he wants a horse, an ogre guy, Leo. Who's Leo? From the Arethyr wave. Leo. I don't know. Maybe that's a nickname for someone he knows from the Arethyr wave. But it still says here, it says, I'm hoping to get to the con and grab them and hang out. I'm like, KJ Smith, you got 11 days, buddy.
Yeah, you
hope
can
is
make
not
it.
a plan. That's what Dust Mite says. Hope is not a plan.
And I think
there.
I think
You're just gonna do it.
Yeah, and I think JD's right. Like that Arethyr weird, they're gonna have shits loads of they will not sell out on that wave. I think they'll just have crap loads of of those figures there. And then I know for a fact that they hold stock for the Sunday show. So if you can't make it Saturday, don't feel like you're gonna lose out on any figures on that Sunday show, because that's I know for a fact that they hold stock back and have available there some figures that they had Saturday. So
But yeah, man. And could you imagine? So again, this order was. When did we make this order again? 2019.
2 years ago. At least.
And considering how much in popularity the line has grown since that time, could you imagine if they didn't have a lot of this stuff left over for an in-stock sale? People would be losing their damn minds. Shit, this stuff's out on eBay right now, this latest wave, for ridiculous prices.
Yep.
And that's because people just don't know, or maybe have no faith in the in-stock sale. And so this is another big one too. So the last few in-stock sales that they've had have gotten sort of like a negative light, because technically they only had maybe 100 figures to sell each week, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't a true in-stock sale that we're used to, But is this the first time that we're doing like a real in-stock sale of this magnitude on this new website? Because remember, in-stock sales of the past, they had it on that old
Older
website,
website, yeah.
and
the
it would
3D
just
cart
clock and
one.
clock and clock, and you're like waiting and waiting, and unless you like, I always, if you notice me today, I opened everything in separate windows because that's just the way Brink does things, and I was finding better luck getting stuff into my cart doing it that way as opposed to like clicking on the items on the main page.
Yeah,
And so I was able to get things that I needed, but still you're sitting there and you're putting your credit card information and you hit go and you're like, you wait for an email maybe, see what happens
yeah,
if it went through or not. But so
and
with this one, we're not going to have that kind of issue, so we'll have to wait and see.
I don't know. I think for the first 24 hours they should put that limit. Not the first hour. I think it should be the 21st or the first 24 hours
Yep.
of the sale.
Oh, like one a person.
Yes, they should limit it, and then from there, you know what I mean? Because
I agree with you, Jimmy.
that'll really kind of curb the traffic problem, you know what I mean? Crashing the site and all that kind of shit because everybody's trying to get on to order everything that they possibly can, you know?
or buy doubles or triples or quadruples of the figure that they think is going to be in high demand just for for resellers or whatever the case may be. So
Yeah. So if you guys are
I think
listening, extend that for 24 hours, and that gives everyone a chance to get something.
Yeah, I
So that's-
I actually don't think I'm gonna participate in the in-stock sale. Like I was thinking about the Arathyr and his horse, the winged guy and his horse. He comes in a 2-pack if you buy the 2-pack. So
yep.
I did all in, so they came in separate packaging. But obviously the packaging is pretty nice for that set, and it looks good. But like I said, I've been reevaluating my life, and I don't have room to just keep this thing in box just because it's either a collector's item or it looks good. I just I say that now, but who knows what happens here. If it's sitting there staring at me in the face at ToyCon, like, just do
Exactly.
it, just buy it.
As
What
I
else
see
are you gonna
Brian
buy today?
walking
All
out,
right, fine, I'll get it.
I see Brian walking out of the show with it underneath his arm.
Yeah. So, yeah.
When do you guys go to Buffalo Wild Wings?
Yeah.
What's that underneath your arm, Brian? Oh, nothing.
Nothing.
The 2-pack I didn't
saw
need.
nothing. Leave it
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna relook at the order and look at my figures and see whether I want to I'm definitely not gonna even engage in the in stock sale for this thing and just try to see which ones I really
I'm
want.
gonna need to if we're going to the.
Well, at the show, I'll reassess to see whether any doubles or whatever I want to pick up
I get
at
you.
the
I
show.
get
But like when they do the inside sale on the website, I'm just not even gonna. I'm sure it's gonna be a shit show.
Yeah, and with this wave, there's only 8 figures, but remember, like the Age of Advent of Decay. Pardon me. Like when those in stock sales are going up, I mean, that stuff was still open for like a couple of days. Like I found one of my old posts in the Cabal, and it was a meme of a guy pointing his finger in a mirror and being like, "You will not buy any more mythics today." and because I kept going in every day, I'm like, "Oh, look, this is still in stock. Sure, I'll grab one of them." Kind of thing. And and there was so much variety. So here it's kind of small. So yeah, I don't really have a need to go.
Yeah. But see what happens. It's great seeing them at a show too, and seeing them all sprawled out on the table. They do display some of them outside, and just take a look at what the old ones that they have on the table, and it's great seeing them at the show. So
I'm getting blurry. Is that a side effect of the vaccine that I'm losing my? Oh, there it goes. So it's turning into a vampire there for a second. All right, hey, we should end this.
Hey.
We should call it a night.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Let's JD, where you at, buddy?
Pigment Surgery on Instagram and Xbox Live. JD Brocious in the Facebook groups. All new Shelf Gravy show tomorrow, and you can also find us on Facebook and Instagram. Tuesday nights here with these fellas, and opposing Wednesdays on Figa Bangin'.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
How
Make sure to
about you,
tune in
Dom?
tomorrow. Listen to the ladies.
That would be Thursday.
Oh, Thursday. Jesus Christ.
The day after Shelf
The
Gravy.
day after tomorrow.
The day after tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Speaking of the day after tomorrow, I know we're trying to get out of here, but if you guys have the HBO, there's a movie that just dropped this weekend called Greenland. Which is basically, if you remember the movie Deep Impact,
Yeah.
this is that movie, but it shows a little bit more grit, I would say. Not as sugar coated of things that could happen in such a
Okay.
scenario.
I saw that
But
on the screen. I was interested in seeing what it was about, but since now you
It's a good
explained it
watch.
to me,
It's a good
I'll
watch.
watch it.
Don't if you're gonna watch it halfway through and then go to bed, don't do that like I did, because halfway
And
through,
nightmares.
it's just, it doesn't leave you in a good spot. You gotta get to the end.
Gotta get to the resolution and the
right.
happy ending.
Because I got to a point where I was watching it and I was like, I'm tired, I can't get through it, and like where I was stopping it, I was like, oh, this is horrible. But anyway, Dom, where are you at?
You can find me in the Facebook groups, Dominic Grasso here Tuesday nights with you guys. And for my movie pick, which I have to thank a friend of mine, is Greater. If you've seen it, I think it's on Amazon Prime. I don't know if it's on Prime or Netflix, but
Greater?
it's a good Greater. Yeah, it's a good
Like cheese grater?
no, like greater, like like I'm greater than you.
Oh,
Type of thing. But it's a good Rudy flick. If you
yeah?
like the football, like, movies and yeah, but it's sad. I'm just gonna warn you that it's sad. It's a sad movie, but it's a good movie. Really good movie to watch, and it battles with it's a true story too. So those are always good. But watch it. It's a really good show. It's a really good movie. And then that's it. And also, I just for a key tidbit, those Black Series Clone Troopers 6-inch figures that are on the card back, those retro figures that they're doing for the Clone Wars, the Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Anakin. I think they're doing Echo and Hawk. Those are supposedly street dated for May 23rd. So if you guys are looking for those at your local Targets, I would strongly suggest to keep an eye out on May 23rd to go find them. So I heard that from a couple friends, and I might be wrong. If I'm not right, please correct me. But that's the information that I'm getting. So
that's Sunday after
Yep.
ToyCon.
yep.
We're gonna see these things on the pegs. Is that what you're saying?
Supposedly they're supposed to, and they're going to be in there. They're going to have a special. Supposedly they're supposed to have a special end cap, or like a. They're coming in like maybe an aisle cap that they might have, or an end cap that basically are just going to have these figures and a couple other things.
I won't see them.
Yeah, so
They won't have them at ours.
I'm sure they won't. I'm really not, excited to go look for these things because they are, especially that Echo is pretty cool,
Yeah.
and badass. Those ARC Troopers are been solely waiting for in Black Series, but
Like those, not those red ones they just shown, right?
nope. He's in the same type of getup as Rex, Captain Rex, and
Yeah,
but
the blue.
he's an ARC Trooper
Part of
with
the
the five. Yeah, it's
the
Echo
501st.
fives. Yeah, 501st type of line.
He's got the blue hand on his. Hold on. Sorry. Hey, Just when you thought it was over. I'm pulling it
Yeah,
up.
I just wanted
making
to
it-
share that bit of information because I think
This guy?
no. It's yeah. Well, I think that's
This
the
is
that's
Echo,
Echo,
right?
but I think that's the 3-inch figure. Is that the 3-inch figure or is that the Black Series figure? I don't know. He's
Yeah,
supposed
that's
to.
vintage collection.
That's the vintage collection figure. So it's
Oh.
that character, but in a 6-inch figure. They're supposed to be coming out with a retro card back of the Clone Wars figures, where they're doing an Obi-Wan Kenobi, an Anakin Skywalker from the Clone Wars cartoon series, and Echo and Hawk, which is part of that whole series. So
No, I'm on a toy show. I should remember this. Is this?
no, that's not him.
So this was
Nope.
Yeah, but
Sideshow.
that's Sideshow
Those are the-
Collectibles.
Yeah,
Getting close.
that's Hot Toys.
And this.
That's Hot Toys. They showed
on.
them a while back,
okay.
Brian, like a
All right,
while
in that case, I'll
back.
stop
Yeah,
scrolling.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There was rumors that they were going to come out for May the 4th, but they didn't. They didn't hit stores then, so I think the new street date is May 23rd on them. So just to let you guys know.
Okay.
So
Thanks.
Okay.
there are also
Thanks,
rumors.
Dom.
Yeah, I know, but there's also rumors that they're not going to be available for pre-order on the website. They're just going to be in-store purchase. So I don't know whether that's true or not, but I'm sure people, knowing in past history with pre-orders at Target, they have those bot issues. So I don't think they're going to be anywhat successful in trying to pre-order them online. And they usually drop at at 3:00 in the morning when everyone's sleeping, other than JD.
All right. I am at Brinklizer on Instagram. Tune in tomorrow night for Shelf Gravy. And check out our adjacent shows as well. Total Package Thursday, Nerd Life Syndicate on Friday. They didn't do a show last week, and they didn't drop anything on. I'm mad at you guys. I needed something to listen while I was walking, and I had to do something
That's
else.
it.
It's terrible.
When
All right.
Brian gets mad,
Come on,
get your
guys.
shit together.
All right.
Show
Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Where's my
Have
toodles?
a good night.
Where's my toodles?
Say it with me now. Really?